It's been months since we've had a problem with this pipe, and now suddenly it's flowing very slowly after we had the frost yesterday, so it could be coincidence or there's something else going on. Okay, but let's rewind back to the beginning. Still about 2 degrees, and I see even the LCD on my camera here isn't updating properly from the cold, so fountain isn't flowing. So I don't know if there's a burst pipe or it's just frozen, so I'm hoping it's the latter. It means our main fresh supply is gone, but it also means that if it's burst, then we're gonna have continuous issues, and then we need to solve that problem. So let's go see. Let's go check the lowest point in the pipeline, and if this flows, it means good. It's good. So I'm going to check the lowest point on the pipeline now, this valve here, and if this flows, it means the upstream is fine, which is an easier, no, I see ice here, there's ice, this pipe is frozen. And that's okay because it will defrost, but I'm kind of, yeah, this thing is frozen solid. Can you see that? So yesterday morning, as you saw, that pipe was frozen, and I thought, okay, cool, there's nothing else wrong with the pipe, so we just let it defrost and the flow should continue. But I noticed last night that the flow, even though it did start flowing again, it's very slow. It's about 10% of what it should be. So I'm going to go out there now. I'm going to take the bike. It's easier to get onto those trails, get closer to the pipe, and then see if we can find what's going on. As I think maybe one of the fittings or connectors pulled out due to the ice expanding, or maybe the pipe cracked. I wouldn't expect that from open-ended class 6 pipe, but it's possible. So we'll go see what it is. I'll just put on my clothes and pack my tools now, and then we can hit the road. Neighbor is drilling for water here, so I decided to just stop by and say hello. Good lady. Go sideways, big girl. Sideways. Come on. I'm down here in the low parts now, so we're gonna check here first. That's the high point, and there's some air valves there that could be messing with us, so we have to start somewhere, and this is as good as any. So I'm gonna hike through this area now and see if we can find something, but I'm gonna take the bike and just get a little bit closer because it's quite a wild walk if you have to walk all of it. About 200 meters in from where we were before, so I want to go down there. It's all acacia thorn. Okay, I think we'll leave the bike there. I'm a bit concerned about getting a flat with all these sharp twigs and stuff. If we get a flat here, then it's going to be a long push. Ah, there's some big tracks here. I don't know, these are very fresh. Okay, this is as deep as it goes. This is where the pipe stops going down, and now it's going to go up that hill. So it's worth it just checking up there for a bit. And if there's nothing, we have to go back to the fountain and check there. It's a little bit discouraging, but at least this is easier to do in winter than it is in summer. More little tracks here. You can see why it's a nice cool, moist, damp place to hang out. Ah, there's some kudus. This pipe was very difficult to lay down, and burying it would help against frost. But it is 4,000 meters, and it goes from that crevasse there where the fountain is, through my neighbor's land, and then onto our land up here, and over there for another 1.5 kilos. So burying it would mean walking 4 kilometers with a shovel and burying the whole thing. Putting rocks over it might be simpler, collecting rocks from the area and packing it, but it's still a project that needs to be planned at a point where we can afford the time. It's probably a puff adder that dropped his tuxedo here. It's almost a meter long. These things really hurt, and they go right through your pants. There's the initial section, it's 40 mil, and it becomes 20 over there. And this is the weir. That looks pretty rough. So the rest of the weir is great. The plants in there helps filter a bunch of nutrients which we don't want in our drinking water. But these first line filters, they definitely need to be cleaned. Some of this gunk will definitely go through, because can't stop that, but the filters on the other side will definitely prevent most of it from going into the tank. It's like a makeshift little wire bracket that keeps the pipe in place. It's all algae and residue from these things that grow underwater. There we go, so we reassemble these 40 mil filters, and I put this back on the pipe, and we should be A4 away. You should definitely check out the other video about the fountain, but basically this weir is set up so that we only basically fill it slowly, but the main flow needs to go past. But it's also a leaky wall, so intended to be like that. This is just to build up enough water so that the pipe stays underwater, and that's basically all you need. These rocks are not cemented in, they're just packed with moss on the inside, and at the same time this stuff acts as a filter, a natural filter. So by the time the water gets to us, and I mean it runs all the way from down there, it's very, very nice water. But let's put this filter back. So we put our little amazing adapter back in there, put this on top of that, make sure it's submerged, and that is all that's required. This is yet another example of where power tools just don't mean anything. I think as far as self-reliance and self-sufficiency goes, the last few months have been really good for improving those skills and those abilities. And with self-reliance comes trusting yourself and having confidence in your skills and not depending and relying on the guy. Call the guy, get the guy to fix it, because in the worst of times the guy is not really available and you have to fix things yourself, and knowing how to do it yourself does not hurt. And there are times, and there will be times, where you have to rely on yourself to improve, fix and build things. Let's get stuck up here. Can't go down in the dark. That is definitely not an option, as you can see. Okay, just got back, went back up to the tank there behind me on the hill, and the flow seems to be restored, and this definitely indicates that the culprit was the dirty filters, and that's Murphy's law. Everything happens at once. Okay, see you on the flip side. Cheers.